Swole Benji here. Alright, today I'm going to show you the profit of doing dungeons every day for 15 days. Now, I started with tier 4 maps. I did tier 4.1, 4.2, 4.3 maps, and then I went and did flat 4 group dungeons solo, which I'm going to make a video on how to do that. And I mean, I made videos on how to do that, but I'm going to go into a more detailed video on how to do that. And then I did regular tier 5 group dungeons solo. I did some tier 5 static group dungeons solo, some tier 4 static group dungeons solo. And then I just started running tier 5 yellow zone dungeon maps because they're the most profitable. So let me share with you the profits that I made in those 15 days of doing dungeons. And to clarify, I did somewhere around 17 dungeons a day about. Now, not counting the maps were a little bit different because I only ran like 4 or 5 of the tier 4.3s, the tier 4 flats. I said I was going to do 100, but holy crap, screw that. That's really tedious and hard. So what I ended up doing, I just ran 17 dungeons a day. Not all group dungeons, mostly tier 5 yellow zone dungeons, but 17 on average dungeons a day. If I did group dungeons, I only did about 9. Basically, I did enough dungeons every day to max out 5,000 challenge points. Or, I'm sorry, 5,000 faction points. And each tier 5 yellow zone dungeon on average gives about 300. So I did about 17 a day. And in 15 days time, let me show you all what I've got here. So this chest obviously is not everything that I got. There's a few things in here I want to note. While I was traveling around looking for dungeons, I found a baby swift claw cub and a fawn, which someone must have been skinning the animals and didn't see that the animals had dropped anything. So I'm adding that to the profit. Also, in this time, in this 15 days, I have amassed 300 siphon energy because I own my own guild, and it's worth 1.529 million. Now look, here's my guild challenge. I'm the only person in my guild. I didn't have any outside help. I'm not getting points from anything other than doing dungeons. And so far in those 15 days, I've amassed 1.650 million challenge points, okay? And in 4 more days, I will get another 120 siphon energy, which, how much is that? And that's in 4 more days worth of dungeons. That will be worth 611,000 more silver. All right. Now, one thing I'm not counting in towards profits is my farming. I do farming every day. It makes about 2 million, but currently the Bridgewatch potion crafters are on lockdown, so I'm not crafting potions at the moment. It's too darn expensive. I'm not going to the black zone. I'm not traveling to another town to craft potions. So I'm just watering plants. Anyway, so that's not counted in this segment at all, and neither is using the laborers in my last video. I'm not counting that either, though I will count leveling of the laborers. So it's been 15 days, and in 10 days I have leveled 144 laborers up to tier 5 and sold them, which I believe was 11.5 million in profit. I'm going to show the whole profit off at the end, so just watch the video and you'll get the full scoop. Now let's dive into the items. The item drops from the dungeons. Now, this chest here that I'm about to open it's got some tier 4s and some tier 5s. That's not important. The majority of the chest is the runes, relics, and souls, and also the tomes of insight that have dropped in my dungeons. I also got a Hellgate ritual. But yeah, so also the little treasures like the holy, I'm not going to say that, the ritual candles. This is the word I wasn't going to say in case you weren't paying attention to the video. You can click over and look. This is what I was not going to say on my mic. Someone on 4chan said that I bend the knee to YouTube. I don't say certain words, and I guess that's true. Sacrificial dagger, you know, these little things, these little trinkets or whatever, that you just sell them to the markets for a standard amount of silver. So that's what this chest is, and it is valued at 7.46 million silver. Then we have just loot from dungeons. You can see that there's some tier 4, tier 6, nothing too crazy, nothing too enchanted. Now, I did add some 4.1 items in a video, and I took those out. Those are not counted, okay? Those are not counted in this total, so don't worry about that if you watch my other videos. Here's more chests from dungeons. This chest is worth 1 million. It's just random loot. I just, like, you got some faction capes in this one. The faction capes are where the money's at. And the bags, like, this is a 5.2 bag, 78,000. It's good money, right? And then the next chest is only 375,000. So this chest, it takes me less than a day to fill up one of these chests with dungeon loot. So this one was a bust. It's only 375,000. And you got the little hardcore expedition map there. There wasn't really anything good that dropped during that time. Because I know some people, they complain about the RNG, but let's keep going. There's more chests. All right, this one's worth 536,000. We got a tier 7 ironclad staff. I can't use it because I am not a staff user, as you can tell, because it's redded out. And yeah, so then this chest was 500,000, and again, not that much. Hey, it's still good though, because I can fill those in under an hour. It's good money. It fames me up. All right. And now, look at all these chests. Alright, so this one is 384k. That's another bust. Not a lot of good stuff here, but there was some faction capes. But otherwise, nothing really special. Now, this one's 910,000. Yeah, you got some good stuff in here. And you can tell that there's some group dungeon loot here, because you can see these artifact items. They only drop in group dungeons, to my knowledge. So this is where the group dungeons start paying off. There's also a Hellgate ritual there. Fun stuff. And then another 926,000 drop. There's a 6.2 Great Arcane Staff here worth 220,000. Like, you get some good jackpots sometimes. Faction cape crafts, again, some artifacts because I did group dungeon stuff. There's a 6.2 helmet, only 54k because it's a helmet. So yeah, that was the 910k one, right? And then after that is the 926k chest. That's what we just talked about. 946k in this one. And again, got some group dungeon stuff in that. 946k, 831k. There is a tier 7 holy staff, tier 7 bow. See, the drops got a little better. We got some faction capes down there. 688k in that one. 1.37 million in this one. This one had some jackpots. Mostly faction capes and bags. So people that say, hey, your dungeon loot's not really worth it, okay? But also, faction warfare points. I'm at 326,000, and I did a little bit of faction warfare in between dungeons. Like, I would run and capture 1 point, and then I would continue to do dungeons. I wouldn't actively seek out to kill people, unless they were just AFK or something. Got a few hearts. I'm not going to count that in the profits. But if I converted all these points into heart value, which is 3,000 points per 60,000, I'm not going to do the math yet because I've already done it. I'm gonna flash it on screen here in just a sec. So let's just look at the total profits. Let's just flash it on the screen now because I've already forgotten. So here's all the profits. Okay, so laborers. I've made 11.5 million off selling laborers, and in 5 more days, which is what it'll take for these guys who are already about halfway to 5. In 5 more days, these guys will be tier 5, and they will make me another 11.5 million. Alright, the siphon energy was 1.5 million and 611,000 in 4 more days. The animals I found were 140,000. The dungeon loot altogether, all these chests that we went through, that was 22.107 million silver. The challenge rewards, that's this thing, which, oh, I forgot to claim that. Cool. That includes the bear, the panther, and then all these random little resources that you get from the chests and stuff. That was 2.41 million, which the value will go up because when the bear is all out of season and the panther is out of season, these go up by another million. Especially the bear. The bear will go up like 2 million. But right now, that's the value. Because what I do is I subscribe on the very last day of the month, collect all the rewards, and then I collect next month's rewards. That's how you should also do this. The faction points, if converted into hearts, was 6.5 million, which isn't that much, honestly. And you may be asking, should you buy the little Bridgewatch Iron campaign chests from the vendor? And the answer is no. Unless you want the Fame Tomes, it is not worth it. The most worth you can get is buying the tier 8 baby animals and then growing them yourself. But I don't think, well, maybe there's a few people in the game that have that unlocked, but it's going to take me like 3 or 4 more months of grinding to even reach that amount. And I'm not going to be playing that long, probably. Alright, so now mercenary laborers. While I did dungeons, I was filling mercenary journals. You can see they're in one of these chests. Here we go. Like, I have 391 filled. I don't have enough, 253 tier 5s as well, because I'm doing tier 5s. This, on the low end, if I take the lowest possible reward that they give, so far, they have made 3 million silver, but the highest they can make if they all crit and doubled their value would be 5 million. It's good money, and all you gotta do, it's a few clicks and you get some free silver. You can fill these journals while you fill generalists, though if you don't have the land, I don't recommend it. I have the land. I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of houses and guild islands, so I have plenty of room for them. I mean, I even made a video where I spent, what, like 1 or 2 hours just rebuilding the houses so I could show you guys how that works. But now here's the thing. Here's the bad part of this video. I wore an 8.3 satchel. Oh, I have it on right now. Get it off me. The 8.3 satchel, let me hide the text real quick. I'll put it back on the screen. The 8.3 satchel, for every fame, I have to pay 1.23 silver, but I also gain 65.86% more fame. This satchel and the fact that the gear I'm wearing is completely maxed out, which it wasn't through the whole thing. I actually maxed it out somewhat through. But right now, my fame credits is 63.898 million. All right. And it was like in the low 30s or high 20s when I started. I forget exactly how much. It's in a video, but it cost me... Here's the data. It cost me over 50 million silver. Okay, like remember, like early on, I had been selling potions. I make about 2 to 3 million a day off potions, and and I was still in the red. Even with my farms and my crops making me money, I was still losing silver. If you've watched my videos, like just a few videos ago, I had like 40 freaking million silver. I haven't bought anything. That all went to fame credits. The satchel and the fact that I have, well, I did have auto respec on. Let me show you auto respec. It's up here at the top. Okay, it's this little dot here. When you have this on, your masteries and your gear will convert fame to fame credits, and it will cost you silver. So hold on, let me show you. Like right here, you can see that auto respec active takes 90% of your fame's value per silver. So if I kill a mob worth 10,000 fame, I'm paying 9,000 silver for it to go right up here up top. And on top of that, that 10,000 fame is also being taxed by the satchel by 1.23. So I'm paying something like 22 to 23,000 silver, I think. 12 to 13,000 silver? No. It's like 20,000 silver to gain it as fame credits and to get a 65% boost to make it 16,000 fame instead. And if you'll see in some of my later videos I'm putting out, some of the bosses I killed were like 55 to 60,000 fame each. That is like paying 80,000 silver to kill a boss, right? So it got really expensive. Oh, it got really expensive. Okay, wearing the 8.3 satchel, but here's the cool thing. And this is for another video. I keep saying that in all my videos lately, but I'm gonna take this 63 million fame credits and I'm gonna max out crossbows. Check out my crossbows. I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna zip it right up to 100 without ever using it. Yeah, I mean it was at 60, but I didn't use it. It's just all fame credits, and it's only gonna cost me 12.3 million. That's it. 12.3 million. I have 63 million. I can max out the entire crossbow tree and have plenty left over. Then I can go to my leather armors and I can start maxing those things out, like Assassin Jacket. I hate Assassin Jacket. That's only 8 million to max out. I've never even had to wear an Assassin Jacket. Hunter Jacket? Who cares? That's another 7.8 million. Easy levels, and I did it in 15 days. 15 days, and then, well, it cost 50 million silver, but hey, I have plenty of guild islands. I got plenty of farms. I got plenty of skins and these giant... what are these crystal? Let me hide the text. Like this crystal behemoth. This thing is just unreal. I love this thing. This is like my favorite battle mount ever. If you haven't seen my videos where I can't use it while I'm faction flagged. Well, it's a really big ox creature that dumps burning barrels onto people. It's really cool. it really is something else. And I've got tons of mounts, tons of items like stocked away, so I'm not anywhere near broke. I literally have this basilisk that's worth 20 million. This is a 20 million silver mount, and I don't even use it anymore because I use the husky for everything. But the point is, I'm set in items and in in ways to make silver, so it's okay if I spend 50 million to save myself hours and hours and hours of grinding. So the total profit from just doing dungeons for 15 days, 17 dungeons a day, or about 8 to 9 group dungeons a day, is 47.117 million silver. And the fame cost and the satchel was 50 million, so I lost 3 million silver in 15 days, guys. I lost 3 million silver. It's actually more than that. Well, because of sometimes repairs and sometimes because I don't think I think I spent more than 50 million in fame credits, to be honest, but when I did the math myself on how many fame credits I earned, that's what I came up with. But I feel like it's more. So yeah, that is the profit from doing dungeons. 17 dungeons a day. I can clear one floor in under 2 minutes with my build. And I'm gonna make another video again on how to do that and how the combo works, because people would put on the gear and they don't know the combo. So I'm gonna show them the combo. And yeah, that's it. That's the video. These are the numbers right here on screen. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got educated that doing dungeons, it's pretty damn good. Yeah. So yeah, like, look at all these silverbacks. I'm so happy I can find, now that I've made the video, as long as the video doesn't crash, I can do this. And this is how you flex on people. Used to, when I would down somebody in a yellow zone, like as a bully, I would stand over their body and I would just like let it rip and just hit this a bunch of times, right? So that's all they would see is just me getting mad monies. And I used to type out stuff like I would type a little emote that like picks your pockets, and like newbies would be afraid that they're losing thousands of silver because I'm standing over their kneeling body and I'm emoting that I'm stealing their silver. And it was just the funniest troll ever, but I can't do that because I'm muted. Obviously I can't say anything anymore. I can't troll like that anymore. So they also added the use all button, so there you go, 999. Look at my silver. It's, oh, this is such a relief, guys. This is such a relief. Anyway, I'm so Benji. Thanks for watching. This is not a flex video. This is an educational video to show that you can make a lot of money doing dungeons. And I have so much stuff to sell now. I have so much loot to list on the market. Oh, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna be painful. Anyway, as always, be a bro, stay swole. Make sure you return your shopping carts, and I'll see you in the next one.